This past weekend, I got to attend a one-day TM retreat here in London. This was my first time doing it, and I'm going to share my experience with you. My experiences with TM, I learned it about 2 years ago, and when I learned it, it was during COVID. It was hard to even find a TM teacher to teach me this, but I did. I learned it in Montreal from Eric Simon. What a blessing, and I've been practicing consistently ever since. Through those years, I've had half-day retreats that were online, and we did rounding in the morning, and I'm going to touch on rounding if you don't know what that is. Rounding, 2 rounds in the morning, and then a video, and that was a half-day retreat. So I hadn't done a in-person meditation until this past Christmas. So pretty much 2 years until I did my first group meditation. That was a wonderful experience. That was at the Toronto TM Center with TM teacher David Shaw. Fantastic experience, awesome person, great people in the TM community. Now that I came back to London, this was probably a month later, I finally had the opportunity to do a one-day retreat here in London. So when I saw the post for this retreat, I had to take it. It was like £49 or something like that for the whole day. Rent a space, there was about maybe 15 of us, somewhere there, give or take a few. And I was super excited. I couldn't believe that, this opportunity was here. I wanted to connect with the TM community way before here in London and meet people, but I hadn't. So when I saw the chance, I jumped at it and finally got to do a full day in-person retreat. Why do we do a one-day retreat? So the one-day retreat is a day of deep rest. Deep rest for our body, our mind, our nervous system to heal so that we can be better when we go back to our work, the things that we do, our hobbies, sports. We're just much better after we get that deep rest. Point about doing it in a group is that it creates more coherence. It creates a greater sense of flow. For example, me playing an instrument by myself sounds okay if I knew how to play an instrument, but when you pair that up and get other instruments and form a band, that is much better, and you have more people in that state of flow who are like-minded and going in the same direction, and it creates a much deeper, more impactful experience. And it's the same with meditation and TM. When it's done in a group, it creates a much deeper and impactful experience for the meditators and those around. The point of deep rest cannot be emphasized enough. Maharishi used this great example of the bow and arrow, right? And if you know what a bow and arrow is, you got the arrow, flies through the air, and the bow is what launches it. So in relation to us as people, we are arrows. We are arrows. We go out into the world. We do things. We want to be sharp. We want to do as intended. We want to fulfill our purpose. Just like that arrow is not made to be a pencil. It does arrow things, and it wants to do it as its best, and it needs that bow. And how that works is that bow gets pulled back. That bow gets stretched way back so that it can go forward faster and stronger. And in relation to us, how does that work? Well, we are arrows. We are arrows that we go out, we do those things. The only thing is that when we do those things, we need energy to do those things. We need rest and to be charged up, to have that force to go out there. Most of us in the world right now are not getting enough rest. Sleep isn't even cutting it. So rest, if the rest isn't there, how sharp are we actually going to be? So what's happening is that we don't have that. If we don't have that rest, we're not charged up, our nervous system isn't ready to fire at full capacity. What happens is that arrow, instead of getting pulled back, it just goes like that. If we try to shoot it and we try to go do things, and we try to accomplish things, and we try to be sharp, and we try to have a lot of energy, try to live a happy life. If there's no energy, if we're not resting and getting pulled back, we can't go out and be our fullest self. And that analogy that Maharishi uses is a perfect example of that full day retreat, why we meditate, to get that deep silence, to rest the nervous system, to recharge it, so that we can go out and be as sharp as possible. TM is the deepest kind of rest. It totally rejuvenates our body, our mind, our soul from within. Everything is already within us. TM is the technique to bring it out and bring it to its fullest effect. So that is the analogy of the bow and the arrow, so that when we do rest, we are sharp, we are strong, we are forceful, we have a clear intention, we go directly, and we cut through the air, just like an arrow doing its best. That is a person who has proper and adequate rest. One more, I love this analogy so much that one more thing is that that's what the arrow is meant to do. The arrow is meant to go far, fast, accurate, and just like that arrow, we are meant to do the same. And the only way that can happen is by withdrawing into ourselves, feeling our fullest self, transcending, and then we can be a sharp arrow going forward. About the retreat, what was it like? It was great to meet awesome, like-minded people in the community. TM certified teacher Magdalena hosted it. It was great to do. So rounding, we did 3 rounds, 2 rounds in the morning, had lunch, learned about the TM City program, and then another round in the evening. What is a round? One round consists of yoga asanas to loosen up the body, get the energy flowing, preparing for meditation, and then breathing. So yoga, breathing, then we go into 20-minute meditation. And all of that is within 1 hour. So completing that is 1 round. We did that twice in the morning, and then we did 1 in the afternoon. So that is 1 round. We did that as a group, and it was so good because just to have a facilitator there, that I didn't have to think about anything. I just followed instructions. I just followed the instructions that were called out. These are the yoga poses. And about the yoga poses, this was the first time I did it in person. So I actually learned how to do it properly and the sequence and the pace. So doing that with the group, with a certified TM teacher, helped me to learn how to do those yoga poses properly, to make sure that I'm doing them in the way that's best, not straining, in the right order, the right technique, because some of them I was definitely not doing them right, but that was a good learning experience. The breathing was awesome, and then we go into meditation, and it was just so good I didn't have to keep track of my meditation. I just meditated until someone told me to stop, and then we lie down and get some extra rest, and it was just so good, very rejuvenating. After those 2 rounds in the morning, we went outside for lunch, and I kid you not that I felt like it was a brighter day, that things were just more vivid. I really felt a strong impact from those 2 morning rounds. Those meditations in the morning were fantastic, and I didn't feel like I went that deep. I really didn't feel like I went that deep, but it was a group meditation. I thoroughly enjoyed my experience, yeah, it was well worth it. Learning about the TM City program was fantastic to see what next steps are there, next levels, how to grow, how to become deeper into the practice, because to just solidify the transcendence in our daily activity, because when we do withdraw, we come out back into the world more with that sense of wholeness, that sense of source from the transcendence. We bring it back. We bring back more each time, and the higher levels, the TM City program helps us to integrate that into our daily life. Huge shout out to the TM community here in London. I would absolutely do this again. I would highly recommend a retreat, half day, 1 day retreat, even if it's online. Super beneficial to get integrated, doing it with others. Even when we do it online, there still is that coherence effect, even when it's online and across the world. In person, it's phenomenal. Our last meditation of the day on the retreat was fantastic. I was out. And the effects didn't last that day. They lasted through the whole week. I still feel like I'm buzzing, that I have better sleep, I have more energy, I have fuller expression of myself. And it's just like, it can't be contained. I have to express it. I have to go out and do the things that I'm meant to do. Part of that is sharing this experience with you here online. And the time that I had was great. And if you haven't learned TM or have considered meditation in general, would highly recommend, the world of YouTube University, speakers like David Lynch, John Hagelin, Maharishi, all those videos, and Bob Roth, and the people do share their experiences. So to look that up could help and give some insight to it, to learn more about it, to see how it could help you. Everybody deserves to have this experience. Everybody deserves to have the fullest life that they can live, and to live and achieve their goals, fulfill their desires, and have, just an abundant, happy life from within, leading to that happening in our daily life. So yeah, you can feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you think about meditation, doing it as a group. Does it seem weird? Does it seem out of normal? You don't know anybody else who does it? Let me know what you think, the truth. And if you have any experiences, you can share that too as well. I would absolutely love to hear it. I love connecting with like-minded people online here on YouTube. So yeah, appreciate you watching the video. Hopefully this helped and gained some insight. Take care. Have a great day.